Happy 4th of July and happy late Canada Day, everyone. Just want to do a quick rant, for the special day on patriotism. Now, patriotism basically means you're proud to be a member of your country. Now, before I get into this, I'm going to say I like being American a lot. I like being a New Yorker a lot. They're not part of my identity, though. They are just where I live. And that's kind of what I want to talk about, is why do people think it's a good idea to identify themselves as American rather than I'm this person. Identify yourself by your name, basically. Excuse me again. Seems to be a tradition. Fred is very patriotic. To the point where I've actually had to explain to him that I'm not as patriotic as him because I don't see the point. I see it as dangerous. Because a lot of the times patriotism can lead into xenophobia, and I've seen it do that enough times that I can say this with some form of confidence. Even in my patriotic friends, oddly, one of them is against the Japanese, of all people, and he's like the biggest Nintendo fanboy I've ever seen, so you figure that one out. But I don't like it because of that, and I've heard people say that the terrorists in 9/11 weren't patriotic. Well, yeah, they were patriotic, just not to America. They're also zealous, religious, and psychotic, but they're an extreme case of at least patriotism. And people in America are just as bad. I mean, I would never call the people at Tea Party not patriotic. I know people say, oh, they're not patriotic because they don't da-da-da. No, they are. They actually do care about their country. The problem is that their cares and what they think is moral might hurt the rest of us 99% of the time. It's one of those little situations, what's good for the goose isn't good for the gander kind of deal. And that's kind of the problem, is patriotism has a very nasty, ugly side that other patriots will try to brush off as not patriotism when that's not exactly true. And that's kind of why I'm not a patriotic person, is because, I've seen that ugly side and I don't want that coming out in me. I'll never say America sucks, but I'll never say it's the greatest country ever. I'll just be realistic about it. I mean, it is a good country to live in. I happen to like living here. My family's here, my friends are here. I kind of have a lot here. I'm not, I'm expecting an anti-American comment at some point down the road, and I'm not anti-America. And that's the other thing that pisses me off, is you're anti-American. No, I'm not. Just because, I don't think you should be shoving your crap down my throat. I mean, I was laughing at the freedom fries because I knew why they were called French fries at 9/11, okay? And, I was laughing at the whole, anti-American thing because it was stupid. And we did the flag thing at 9/11, but that was it. We didn't get overboard with it, and we have this old ancient flag that we figured we'd use. That's the other thing, is flag burning. This one cracks me up. It's you burn the people get so pissy about burning a piece of cloth. That's what I see the flag as, is a piece of cloth. The symbolism behind it are the stars and stripes that can be replicated over and over and over again, and are. And people talk about, oh, you shouldn't disrespect the flag. You do realize that burning is the proper way to get rid of it, right? I'm not even joking. That is the proper way to get rid of an old, destroyed flag. Destructive. The flag has gone on a rampage, we must burn it. Sorry. Just my wording kind of made me think of that, Flagzilla. If anyone can draw that, go for it. But the thing is that for us, that particular flag has a symbolic meaning, because it's the symbol of our country. Yeah, I know what the stripes mean, the 13 colonies, the stars are each of the states, and it increases every time we get another state. Someone from Russia's not gonna, unless they move here and become a citizen, they're not gonna care about it. Someone from Botswana isn't gonna care about it. To them, it is just a decorated piece of cloth. Their flag is what they care about, and that's kind of another thing about patriotism. It's about, worshipping symbolism, essentially. And I like symbolism. I think it's nice. The bald eagle. Although I love the story about Ben Franklin wanting the turkey. And actually, turkeys are cooler than you think in the wild. Not as stupid. Um, so there's like a little thing for you to look up. But the symbolism's nice and pretty, and the stories are cute, and I love the fireworks. I love the barbecues, but it you go overboard in patriotism and go into insanity, essentially, like putting more into it than you should. By the way, that whole flag thing, disrespecting it, you're not supposed to wear the American flag. You know how many of those flag pattern claws I've seen? Like, I have a shirt with like a mock-up of the American flag. It's like stylized, so I can't really say I'm disrespecting it as badly. But a lot of the same patriotic friend who I did get into an argument about burning the flag, he wears a flag bandana. You're not supposed to do that. That's actually considered more disrespectful than burning the thing, I think. I'm not 100% sure. But you're really not supposed to wear the flag. Oops. Besides, it reproduces a cheap plastic thing all over the place, I think at that point, yeah. Like, I wouldn't burn a flag that was given to someone because their relative died in the army. That would be disrespectful for like a billion different reasons, patriotism being on the bottom of the list. The fact that it's, from a sentimental thing from someone's relative who died defending our country, yeah, that's a better reason not to burn it. I wouldn't burn the first American flag ever, the flags in front of the White House or anything like that, because that would be stupid and criminal. But, again, there is like a limit to what you can do with your freedom of expression, freedom of speech. I'm not getting into that, but honestly, I really feel freedom of speech does extend into freedom of expression, so... But, I'm not saying hate your country either. I mean, there are people that hate America for no reason whatsoever. I mean, there are people that really do hate America and they live here, and they're the ones you kind of want to look at and go, move. I understand if they can't afford it or anything like that. It's moving's a little trickier than you think to another country, but it's like there's a fine line between, being pissed off about some of the bad things. Like, I'm not happy with the way the government's working. It's better than it has been, but it's still kind of crappy when you think about it, I'm not happy with the right, trying to shove their stuff down our throat. I'm not happy with the left being very weak, essentially. There's no balance is the problem. Obama's kind of trying now, but, I'm a little, unless he gets reelected, I'm a little afraid it's too little too late. But then again, noting his opponent, I think he'll be fine, because I don't even think a sane person would vote for Mitt, okay? Me and Dad are taking bets on when he's gonna snap. It's okay to hate aspects of your country. No country's perfect. It's okay to hate how the government's run. You try to fix it. It's okay to hate certain things like that, but don't just hate the country outright, because every country has its good points, even the ones that we're supposed to hate, like the Middle East. I mean, they probably have some of the best Middle Eastern food I've ever heard of, and a lot of the people are probably very nice. I mean, people have traveled there and lived, so which is another reason why I don't get patriotism. Every country has its good points and it has its bad points. The good points sometimes outweigh the bad points, sometimes it's the other way around. It's nice to be happy you live in your country because it's your home. But you don't go overboard with the patriotism. Don't be the psycho flag-waving lunatic that I'm not even sure what they do, because the left and the right have their own patriotic people. I'm kind of a moderate. I'm kind of in the middle. I'm the one looking at both sides going, get me out of here. Help. I'm the one looking at them scared. Because on the left they have psychos and on the right they have psychos. I'll probably do a rant on that too. Anyway, but that's kind of my thing on patriotism is I don't not understand it. It's just I feel it goes too far too fast. and it can be very dangerous. So yeah, that's what I kind of want to talk about. I may go into more details later on. Until then, talk to you later. Bye!